Yo, what up, guys? What's going on? Making a quick update for y'all. Not a lot to update, but a few things. I'm getting wiring in order. Still working on wiring. Slow process, but got my alternator wire ran. I got my whatever you want to call that, alternator regulator wire. It's just the brown wire that's on your. It's already hooked up to your stock alternator harness, and then I just got a one wire plug off another vehicle, off like a truck or something at the junkyard last week or something. I don't remember. This is just in here. This is the temp sender. I'm just trying to see what I can do. I got everything routed nice. It's going to be hidden. You're not going to see much. I'm trying to keep this thing clean as possible, so I don't want wires just hanging around everywhere. I got my wiper motor box painted and put on. So that thing's all painted up nice and put on. I wanted to put my temp sender over on this side because I wouldn't need to lengthen the wire. The wire is too short to reach over there. So now I gotta resolder the wire. So, but anyway, that plug right there, I tried to pull that plug out and the fucker stripped out on me. The inside of the plug, so can't do that now. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do if I need to pull that out, because it's stripped. It's stripped the fuck out. I got my regulator mount made. It's decent, I guess. I don't know. It'll do the job. It's kind of flimsy. I might try to make it out of a heavier gauge aluminum. This is just leftover aluminum that I had. I might try to make it a little heavier duty, but I don't know, it might get the job done. I mean, you're going to have your lines up here. I'm going to have my lines coming up on the side right here. And they're going to be, anchored down right here. So this thing probably won't actually move at all. But we'll see. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I always do. But so we got that going on. We're trying to get this baby on the, fired up here soon. So I'm trying to get as much done as I can. Got my gauges. Got my gauges situated. I don't know if y'all like that. I wanted to put the speedo and tack on the outside and the gauges on the inside, but it just wasn't going to work out that way. So this is what I'm stuck with. Here, let me get this moved out of the way. Not stuck with. I mean, this was my second choice. Not quite what I wanted to do, but it looks all right. I like it. But I'm thinking about getting that piece wrapped, the actual thing I made back there to hold the gauges. Thinking about getting it wrapped in maybe carbon fiber or something. We'll see. I'm not sure yet what I want to do. So we got that done. I got some more wiring in the dash done. This is all the wiring for the tack. It needs power to and then the green wire. I think the white wire is for lights, the power and the ground. I'm just going to I'm going to mount the lights and the power on the same terminal probably. That's what I'm thinking at least, because I'm running out of space over here, man. Running out of space on my keyed power fuse block, so I'm going to have to get creative soon. But anyway, it tells you to link the white wire into your light circuit in the car, but I want all this shit to come on at the same time, so keyed source. And then the green wires for your MSD or your distributor. That's your actual tack. Everything's all nice and routed in this loom stuff. Once again, I love this loom. It's really nice. I went through and heat shrunk all these wires together, and then I ran it all through this, so everything's nice and tight in there. Got a lot of stuff ran now. Got all these wires back here. These are all nice and loomed up. Everything's kept together, and there ain't just wires everywhere. So that was my goal with all that. I hate it when when you wire something and you just look under the dash and there's just wires everywhere. I mean, I'm still going to have a few loose ones here and there, but, You know, that's just because I couldn't do much else with it. So we got that going on. I got my, this is all for the fan switch, which is what this is. This is my fan switch. Because I got the one fan that's going to come on with the relay, and then or with the heat sensor, and then I got this, the one that I'm going to mount on this for a backup. So that's what I wanted to do with that. Don't mind the mess. I just literally just got done making that bracket. Get up in here. Crawl down here on this little creeper. Got my pinion installed. So this is a Strange Engineering forged pinion for the 8.8. It allows you to use the U-bolts like that instead of that flange. And then it also upgraded me to 1350 U-joints, so the big boys, not the big ones, but the nicer ones. I also put a new pinion seal in, which, that was fun. I highly recommend, if y'all are going to do this, that you guys use a puller for the flange, for the stock flange, because I tried to just beat it out with a hammer and that was not working, so I went and I got a puller. Also ordered my drive shaft today. I was looking into getting an aluminum one, and I just didn't have it in the budget. They're expensive. The midges are like twice as much as the one I ordered, and the one I ordered is a nice chromoly with forged ends. It's all TIG welded, forged ends. Comes with Spicer 1350 U-joints. I'm paying $301. I had a 10% off discount, so that took like 30 some bucks off. $301, free shipping, comes straight from Strange. And I told them to call me to make sure that my measurements are right, because when I talked to them, they said you go off the flat part. First off, they say make sure the rear end weight is supported. So you want your jack stands on the rear end, not the frame, so that the rear end's not just hanging down. You want the suspension on the rear end. You want it just like I have it. And then they said they told me slide the yoke all the way in until it bottoms out, and then you pull it out 7/8 to 1 inch, which I have it about 7/8 pulled out. And then you measure from that flat part on the rear. So you go from the middle of the front U-joint to the flat flange on the rear. And that's how long your drive shaft is. That's what they told me to do, and that's what I did. And it's 50.5. So they also tell you to make sure your rear end is as far forward as it needs to go. Basically, they tell you make sure your shit's right before you start ordering stuff. And I had just yesterday, before I did all this, I did some more maneuvering with this rear end, and I got it perfectly centered now. Now it's perfectly centered. And then the bottom control arms are bottomed out all the way, because that's what I needed. So everything's sitting right now. This rear end is centered. I think I got about, what was it, 8 1/16 on each side between the hub and the frame. So that's my back spacing between hub and frame, 8 1/16. But yeah, all right, that's all I really wanted to do. I don't want to make this video any longer. It needs to be. So that's what I got going on right now, guys. It's gonna be about a couple weeks till they get that drive shaft to me. So